Hey everybody, I'm Sad Tapir.
And I'm JoJo Strums.
Today we're traversing the slippery slopes of the controversy between skiers and snowboarders.
We'll look at the history of each sport, when they collided, and examine the current conditions at resorts.
Downhill skiing has been around for thousands of years, and just like snowboarding, its origins are hard to pinpoint. Historians believe it began in China or Scandinavia, but the oldest known ski was found in Russia and dated back to 7000 BC.
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Skiers.
Yeah.
Snowboarding has a similarly ambiguous history, and according to our research, modern snowboarding began in 1917. For more about that, check out our vlog titled History of the Snowboard.
In 1836, downhill skiing was introduced to the U.S. by Norwegian immigrants, and 100 years later, a resort in Sun Valley, Idaho introduced the first ski lift, allowing for greater access. This caused a snowball effect of popularity for the sport.
For almost 50 years, skiers had the slopes all to themselves. They developed a unique culture, language, and set of standards all their own. The necessity to purchase a pass, appropriate apparel, and gear created a somewhat elitist platform for entry into the community.
During this time, folks like Vern Wickland, Sherman Poppins, and Tom Sims were innovating a single plank mode of transportation down the mountain, one that required less gear. The lower price point for entry made snowboarding more accessible, and the surf and skateboard-like nature of the snowboard was a beckoning light to rebellious youth.
In 1983, the first major resort to allow snowboards was Stratton Mountain. The legend, Jake Burton, would test his world-famous snowboards on these trails. This set the stage for a perfect rivalry between the pre-existing elitist skiers and the snowboarding counterculture.
They don't see our point, they only see their own point, and it's sort of a tunnel vision of a sort.
You see any compromise in the future at all?
No, skiing is becoming more and more popular, and if these boards become more and more popular, it's going to be more hassles, more confrontation, so we just like to say that we don't want them at all.
With so few resorts allowing snowboards to ride lifts, many began hiking the public lands that bordered the ski slopes in order to shred the gnar. And this was frowned upon by the skiers. They hated it.
Despite the growing number of snowboarders and advocacy for the sport, there wasn't a single law or legislation requiring resorts to allow snowboards. It was popular demand, that drove ski resorts to, in many cases begrudgingly, open lifts to the single plank riders.
And here, the media frenzy of skiers versus snowboarders was born. The contrasting cultures of the two sports were ripe for confrontation. Some skiers cited safety as the main issue with snowboarding, but predetermined rules had established a system of etiquette and right-of-way that made these concerns invalid. Some snowboarders felt that skiers were entitled and pretentious.
Overall, there were no notable large-scale brawls, just small, solitary skirmishes on the ski slopes. So was it all just media hype?
Maybe, but you know what they say. All publicity's good publicity.
I guess we're following him.
Today, snowboarders are welcome at all ski resorts in the US, with the exception of 3: Alta, Deer Valley, and Mad River Glen. They maintain their bans for business strategy and historical tradition. Worldwide, snowboards are allowed at 97% of ski resorts.
Snowboards have now been on ski slopes for over 40 years, so a growing number of skiers today don't remember a time without them. Hopefully, in another 40 years, this media hyped culture war will be forgotten like your toothbrush when you travel,
Or like your wallet when you go to the bar.
or like your credit card in the ATM,
Or like your phone in the fridge.
or like every single password ever,
Or like your keys.
or like someone's name you met 5 minutes ago.
Or like that thing you just walked into the room to get.
Anyway, what were we talking about? Oh, yeah. That media hyped culture war.
We, as snowboarders, have had our fingers in the vibe for over a decade. We've had some small skirmishes on the ski slopes, but overall, people are people, and accidents and incidents happen.
Two cultures coming from opposite ends of the spectrum, developing a harmonious coexistence over such a short period of time has been an inspiring thing to be a part of.
Thanks so much for watching. If you want to see more shit like this, and some other cool shit, but mostly dumb shit, check out our live streams on Mondays and premieres on Wednesdays.
Always remember,
Do something you love,
with someone you love.
especially if it's you.
And you're all by yourself.
And we love the shit out of each and every one of you.
You say you're not supposed to go down here?
Oh, no, it just says free below.
Oh. Oh, crap.
Sorry, honey.
Ah. Whoa. You okay, Aunt Joe?
Now I'm the reason it stopped.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
Snowboarding has a similar